Thank you. Good evening. My name is Dr. Chloe Latham Sikes. I am testifying on behalf of the Texas Legislative Education Equity Coalition, or TLEEC, against Senate Bill 17. The coalition is a collaborative of over 30 organizations, and you'll find them on the second page of that written testimony being passed around. And we hold the mission to improve the quality of public education for all students, pre-K through post-secondary education, with a focus on racial equity. We additionally have other non-members that have signed on to this testimony. So the 39 undersigned organizations on this testimony oppose Senate Bill 17 and represent K through 12 education organizations, higher education organizations, civil rights groups, organizations that are focused on students with disabilities, community-based organizations, and professional educational associations, among many others. And we do believe that SB 17 would absolutely negatively affect students given its implications for faculty and campus climate, as you have heard multiple times this evening. These offices and initiatives that create diverse and inclusive learning environments, particularly for students who are first-generation college goers, who are underserved and from marginalized backgrounds, and allows them to feel respected, valued, and supported as they navigate their higher education journeys. And as you've heard, these are not preferential treatments or programs. They are targeted equitably for historical and legal purposes to allow equal opportunities for success. And that is what we want for all of our students in higher education. These efforts have been put in place to guard against decades of racial and gender discrimination. And they do address this systemic failures, as you've heard. They work to mitigate and remedy and even prevent discrimination, low amounts of racially diverse faculty, improve academic and graduation outcomes for students who are Black, Latino, and first-generation college goers, and help support across university and college departments for them to also meet students' needs, as you've heard very eloquently presented this evening. These programs also support student success to meet the goals of the Texas Building a Talent Strong Texas plan. In that plan, it outlines goals for racial equity that are targeted for Black and Latino male students to achieve credentials of value. So this is aligned, keeping DEI programs is aligned with state goals for higher education and workforce needs. TLEEC opposes this bill, as I said, and is open for any questions and follow-up. Thank you.
Ms. Gonzalez.
Thank you, Chairman. I know it's getting late, but I think, hi, Chloe.
Hi, thank you.
Hey, I have one question. I think one thing that and we've been here for hours on this bill, but that's kind of getting left out of the conversation, even though we have people from Lee College here. This bill will impact community colleges, yes?
Oh, yes, as written, it absolutely would.
And I think, well, I love talking about our four-year institutions and our law schools and all that. I think what's really concerning for me is the impact on community colleges considering the student demographics. Does that feel aligned with kind of your testimony?
Absolutely. I mean, especially programs that have anything targeted toward greater student access, targeted success programs. I mean, these are a lot of the goals that are outlined in the state's strategic plan, the Building a Talent Strong Texas plan, and even outlined in legislation that has received bipartisan support this legislative session, such as House Bill 8 that came before you earlier in the session for dual credit programs for low-income students. That is equity. And community colleges, for instance, that might enter into an MOU with a high school to provide that equitably based program for students' access to college credit and entry into community colleges, perhaps, would be implicated by this bill.
Yeah, I think that's that the community college component has been not talked about as much, and I think we're making huge investments, and specifically around outcomes-based formula changes, and I don't see how we can do outcomes-based formula changes and then change the policies in this ways and really negatively hurt our community colleges. So thank you.
Thank you.